Quick smart.
Waterholes play a big part in the legends of the desert people. That's hardly surprising. They were once the key to survival in the desert. They dictated where people could live and how many people could be supported. Today, one of the largest Aboriginal communities out here is at a place called Yuendamu, home for many of the Warlpiri people. The supply of water is no longer so critical. Water for these communities comes from bores sunk deep into the earth. But the tribal elders still attach a deep significance to the location of waterholes in their surrounding country. And for me, it's a constant fascination to find out just how and where you can find water.
Yeah? That's why we know the drinks.
This land belongs to Darby Jamba. He's one of the true characters of the desert country. Darby grew up on this land. He's part of it. And his knowledge is enviable.
Water here somewhere.
Yeah?
At a big hole here, and they get water from here.
Out of this one here, digging down?
Yeah, digging down.
In these conditions, even the most reliable places can turn out dry.
This one here.
Right.
There's probably water deep down here, but there comes a point where it's no longer viable to continue. You'd be using up too much valuable energy.
Might be too dry, this one, I thought.
Yeah, dry. Probably dry here.
Probably dry, yeah?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Pretty good in that rock one round here.
Yeah, we got around here.
Darby knows that there must be water out here somewhere, and he'll find it by observing the birds and the insects and following the animal tracks.
You can go on that way now.
Yeah.
Before I first came out into the desert country many years ago, I imagined that a waterhole was a place that you had to swim in.
Rock hole, this one here.
Ah, yeah. All out the gully there.
What I didn't realise then was just how precious even a tiny bit of water can be out here.
A bit dry.
And to find that, you really have to persevere.
Yeah. Dry again.
Yeah.
And this one dry too.
Oh, yeah.
It
might be a little bit wet
down
down
a little bit there.
Coming down from down there, right?
Yeah, come down there from that place.
You reckon I might dig him out and we'll have a look?
Yeah, you can have a take him off, huh?
All right.
Rocks.
Dig him out down there.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit in here. Oh, a little bit there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down here.
Yeah.
Been there?
Yeah, I seen him.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit of water there.
Yeah, a little bit.
There's not much chance of a swim in here.
Yes.
It'll be all right.
Yeah, it'll be right.
It'll be working all right.
Yeah.
There you go. I tell you what, it took a bit of finding because we started right over there in the hills, worked our way around here, and finally found it here. Even though you can look in a little catchment area like this and it looks dry, sometimes if you dig down, you can get the water. This stuff down here is pretty dirty. I wouldn't drink it the way it is there now. If I wanted to drink it, I'd have to filter it. And the way to do that is to get something like a shirt sleeve or a trouser leg, tie a knot in the bottom, fill it up with sand and a bit of charcoal, pour the dirty water in the top, and then collect it out the bottom when it's all been filtered. I don't have to drink this water. but it's good to know how to find it.
It's really only about 70 years since Europeans first tried to settle in this part of the country. So Darby remembers the days when the Walpri people used to roam the Tanami Desert up to the north. I could listen for hours to his stories about the past.
What about the cave?
That cave there, we camped between the big rain come through, and we camped there.
What have you been talking about eating in that cave there? The kangaroo?
Kangaroo, yes.
Emu?
No.
No?
Not any kangaroo.
Nothing?
And goanna.
Goanna?
Goanna.
Where do you get that goanna?
Anyway, it's here.
In the sand country?
Yeah.
All over that way?
Yeah. Afternoon time, they're coming out.
Come for a drink now?
Yeah, they're going to get in the water.
Heading back to the east from Darby's country, you strike some mountains known as Hart's Range. Behind this range, down to the south, are the sandhills of the Simpson Desert. Hart's Range provides a water catchment sufficient to support a small community and some exotic local bush tucker. This is the rather oddly named bush banana. More like a choco than a banana. It grows on a vine which scrambles over bushes and trees.
We might have a look at a couple of them too.
Yeah.
A cooked midday meal of this local delicacy provides a chance to catch up with some old contacts from the Hart's Range community.
Yeah.
I might tell you that you can also eat these things raw. And before we do that, I'll just cut one open and show you something which is really amazing. A bit tough. Just cut him open like that, a casing. And look at this. Isn't that tremendous? What it is, are the seed pods here attached to all this sort of fluff. With a wind like this around, when the whole fruit gets a bit old and a bit shriveled up, these things start to break away and get carried away with all the wind like that. But those seeds are edible, just like that. And they've got a taste of almost identical to peas, raw peas. They're beaut stuff. When you get rid of all the seed pod stuff inside, and I'll just dig it out a minute here. There we go. Look at that. You can also eat the case lining. Just cut him out. There's more in there. Okay. Full of it. Yeah. Eat that case lining as well. But like most vegetables, you can eat them either raw or cooked up.
Young, what? Good to eat. Just a little bit raw.
A little bit raw, yeah?
Yeah. That's coconut.
That's a cooked one?
Yeah.
When they go pop like that?
Yeah.
Hey!
From Hart's Range, I'm pushing northwest. It's a couple of days' drive to Largemanu, and that'll take me right through the middle of the Tanami Desert, out to the west of Tennant Creek. The Tanami is a vast spinifex and mulga desert, which occupies the very heart of the Northern Territory. It's Aboriginal land, but these days virtually no one lives out here. And that means you've really got to be on your guard, because if you get into trouble, you could find yourself caught out here for weeks.
Well, it certainly pays to check out your vehicle and your equipment when you're driving around this sort of country. This old jerry can here, the seam's been busted apart. A bit of fatigue, I'd reckon. Can't really blame it. I've carted it halfway around Australia. I suppose I could fix it up by getting a hot screwdriver or something and putting it on that plastic and sealing it back over. But out here you don't have to do that. because we can find out in the spinnifer